So back in February, we picked up this Stihl MS462. And I've done a little bit of work to this. I sent this out to Iowa Performance Saws, and Tim ported this thing. And you know, I did the usual. I put a West Coast Saw bark box on it. I put the West Coast Saw clutch cover on it, the dogs. I do also have the suspension kit, but I have yet to put it in here. It also has a pretty cool black bar. I was really surprised when I pulled the scabbard off the saw and saw it was a black bar. It isn't a light bar. It'd be nice if they made one in a light option. However, I've got about 4 hours on this saw now, and it's just a banger. It's a complete banger. I would almost compare it to my 500i, and they are comparable somewhat. I think this has awesome throttle response now. I think it is just overall, it's a nice saw. The 462 is a good saw for, you know, it's a workhorse. I think right around the time I got this saw, Joe from MaxFlow Air Filters reached out to me, and he was really excited when I put this MaxFlow filter on my 500, because we all know the 500i's factory air filter just isn't up to par with what it needs. And Joe was really happy with how I did the install of that MaxFlow filter on the 500i. He reached out and said thanks. You know, that's probably one of the better videos he had seen online of somebody installing it. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just sat there on I believe it was Thanksgiving Eve, and had a couple beverages and put it on and showed you guys how I did it. But he recently reached out and said, hey, I'm gonna send you some stuff. And he's got a lot of stuff out and coming up. And this is a semi-pro series. These are actual oiled filters that will fit underneath the factory hood of a 500i and a 661. If you don't want to put the black filter cover that comes with the standard Pro series on your 661. I've yet to put these on. I'm slacking, but I got to get to it. But he reached out to me a couple days ago, and he said, hey, I got a new filter for these 462s, 362s, and I believe the 400. But he said there's new filters for this. However, you have to cut the factory shroud on your, you know, the cylinder cover here. So he did mention that I'm going to lose my awesome stickers from Iowa Performance Saws, which is okay because Tim sent me a ton of stickers. So I'm going to show you today how to install this new filter kit, which is a Pro Series, and it utilizes the factory cover and as well as this new cover here. And instead of having to pop these 3 lugs off to take the whole cover off to change your filter or, you know, blow it out, this will simply unscrew off once you put this throat onto the saw. So let's get started. So all of MaxFlow's filter kits come with very thorough instructions. I highly recommend you just taking a couple minutes, sitting down with your favorite beverage of choice and just reading through every step that is listed on here, because it's going to help you out in the long run. But with this saw, it comes with this handy dandy sticker. And what I have to do here is attach the sticker to the top of the shroud. And then I will have to cut the shroud out. So let's try this. So if you look at letter A here, pay attention to how it is lined up with the white part of the saw. And then start going around the top of it. At least that's what I'm putting together here. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the backing, and we're going to start applying it to the saw. Actually looks like I'm off a little bit here. So let's do a little bit of readjusting. Now I understand not everybody is going to want to do this to your saw. I totally get it. This is, if I mess this up, I gotta just buy a new cover or a new shroud and put the shroud on here, but I think I'll be able to do this. This doesn't look like it's too out of the ordinary. So they suggest using an oscillating tool such as, you know, one of these. And he says that a slower setting works best so it doesn't melt. They said do a couple test cuts first to see how this works before you actually go in. So we'll try. I think we're ready to go. Now, I could probably come around to your side once I get over to here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Now, my dad actually taught me how to use one of these about a week ago. We were building my deck and we did it with a composite decking, and there were a few spots where we had to use these for some of the miters when it got up towards the house. If you go in and you kind of rotate this along what you're doing rather than just punching in, that leads to less chances of melting the plastic as well. Just a little tip that I learned, figured I'd share it. Not bad, not bad. Little spot down here on this corner. I'm just going to use my razor knife and kind of cut off, because I don't think, there we go. That's not bad. Now I'll take a file and maybe some sandpaper to clean this up. Now I'm just going to use my knife to kind of clean some of these edges up. And then I'll get a file or some sandpaper and clean it the rest of the way up to see what works best. And for the most part, this doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you want it to look nice. And I'm not a professional oscillating tool user, so there were a couple spots where I hit the side I wasn't supposed to hit, but that's okay. This video is just to show you that this can be done. And then I'll have to do some test cuts over the next couple weeks and let you know. Well, I'll have to run this thing for the next couple weeks and let you know how I feel about the performance of it. If it's anything like the rest of my MaxFlow filters, I'm going to love it. Having an oiled filter is super nice in my opinion. Just helps get a lot more dirt out of your, it keeps dirt and dust, it keeps the fines out of your saw. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of sandpaper now and clean this up the rest of the way. Some 400 grit paper here. This is all I have at the house. This is what we're using. Just going to clean this up, make sure there's not anything nasty on it. No burrs or anything sharp that's going to get me. Well, there we go. It's not perfect, but nothing I do is. So after all that is complete, you're going to want to remove the factory filter. And I do keep this clean. I've ran the saw, like I said, about 4 hours so far. But you take an 8mm socket and go in here and remove the factory throat. I'll set these screws aside because we are going to be using them to install the new one. So after you've removed the factory throat, you're going to want to install the new one. Now when you're putting these nuts back on, be sure not to over tighten these. I wouldn't use power tools. It even says so in here not to use power tools, as you can damage things in here. This isn't something that's got to be, super torqued down. Doesn't need 140 feet of torque. Good and tight's all you need. And after you run this for a couple hours, you could also come back and check this, make sure everything's tight. You know, I do recommend everybody go through your saw often. It's not a bad thing to check your expensive equipment. But after that part, we can put the top cover back on. Looks like this little screwy piece will snap right into the back of the filter cover. And there you go, you're done. I'm just kidding. That's just a sneak peek of what it's gonna look like. This is gonna look pretty cool. I just couldn't help myself. I wanted to see what it looks like. But the next part is we have to oil one of these foam filters. Now, MaxFlow actually suggests weighing your oil, and he says use 6 ounces of premium filter oil, such as Bel Ray or other foam filter oils. It should be evenly coated but not wet. Don't use gauze filter oil, bar lube, motor oil, or oil not specified for filters. Don't use the spray-on stuff either. The spray-on stuff does not put enough oil into the filter. If that's all you got and it's an emergency, yeah, you could probably use it, but everything and everyone that I've talked to, they say don't use that stuff, including MaxFlow. So let's go ahead and get one of these out. Make sure your cage, if your cage comes in 2 pieces, just make sure you just snap it right together, because this is what will go inside of the filter to keep the filter's rigidity after we oil it. Stand by, let's get some oil. Now I have a bucket here that I do this in. There's already a ton of oil in here, and all this oil is clean. It's been kept dust free. So Joe says to weigh stuff, the owner of MaxFlow. Me, I just put it on here and I will massage it into the filter until it's in here thoroughly. Just work it in, you can use the filter itself and get the stuff off your gloves. And like mentioned, you want the thing, you want it saturated, but not like dripping. So anywhere you see spots that are light, you can go through and put more on. And again, massage it in, work it around. The couple forums that I saw people that were doing foam filters, they would say if you squeeze this, you don't want to see it coming through your fingers. If you do see it coming through in your fingers, then that's just too much. But there's a few spots here that I need to keep working it into, where I can see it's light in here. Originally, when I saw some people have these filters years ago, I guess I've been running MaxFlow now for 2 years, and I was always intimidated by these foamed filters, you know, oiled filters. I was always intimidated by them because I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know it was this easy. But again, you know, I'm squeezing this thing. It's barely coming out in between my fingers. So I'm gonna say this is good. You know, there's a few parts you could work the oil around in, you know, just make sure it's thoroughly coated. So I think we're good there. I'm gonna temporarily set this in my bucket. I'm gonna take one glove off. Then we can take our little cage. Should have probably kept the other glove on. And we're gonna get the cage inside of here. It's actually not that bad. It's not that tacky. All right, so now all we do, now this thing does sit on here a certain way. I think it goes just like this. That looks about right. Looks about right to me. So now we can go ahead, put the cover on. So you can get this filter cleaner, but a lot of people just suggest using gas. But this stuff breaks the oil down very good. And I learned this from Joe himself from MaxFlow, that this stuff works great to get the stuff off your hands. He says that's what he uses this spray for, or if it's on your table, it gets it off your table very well. But like I was saying, now we're ready to put this cover on. And voila. There we go. My off still works, my choke still works, we're good. And I think this makes this saw have an even cooler look. Another thing too, with that quart of Bel Ray, I have had that for 2 years, and I've been doing my 500. I have a West Coast saw one in the 661, but I'm getting ready to switch over to the MaxFlow. I'm gonna end up putting this one on, the bigger one, the Pro Series. So we'll get that on there soon. I did get a West Coast saw for this one, but since Joe sent me this, I decided to go ahead and put this on. And this looks, I think this looks cool. You know, it gives the 462 a different look. I mean, this is pretty awesome in my opinion. So there we go. Now we are back in action. I guess I should have prefaced the video that this isn't a paid promotion. I don't really do paid promotions. I endorse companies that I believe in. Iowa Performance Saws. I believe in Tim. I think he's a good dude. I think he's a good saw porter. You know, my splitters, I Rock Easton made. That doesn't mean that Wolf Ridge or Split Fire or anybody else isn't as good. It's just what I believe in, and it's where I put my money. So I don't talk about things on my channel if I wouldn't spend my own money with it. But MaxFlow, Joe, I appreciate you, sending me out the awesome new filter for the 462. I will keep you guys updated in future videos. And all in all, I'd say that the installation of this, on a scale, 1 to 10, 10 being hardest and 1 being easiest, if you have some tools and any general know-how, I would probably say this was around a 2 with it of skill level. I think anybody could do this. I don't think this is hard at all. The sticker provided, the layout was very easy. Just take your time with your oscillating tool. And even if you do get a little squirrely, the cover itself actually goes over what we cut. So you're not gonna see any crazy mistakes. Even though I believe in you, I don't think you're gonna make mistakes, especially on a whatever $1,600 saw, whatever these are now. I haven't been shopping in a while. And I know Stihl just raised the prices with all the tariffs that are happening. Tariffs aren't good for anybody. But that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you guys watching. Check out MaxFlow. They do have a Facebook page. Go give them a follow. And you could also check them out at maxflowfilters.com. I think it's good stuff. I'd recommend it. Check them out. Good air in, good air out. Happy saw. Take care of each other, and we'll see you on the next one.